I'm Darren Karp, and with me now is truly a man who does it all, and he's just one of those guys that's good at everything. I've got the singing surgeon, Dr. Elvis, in the house. How you doing, doctor? Good to see you.
Good to see you as well, Aaron. It's been quite a whirlwind of the past few days, but doing well and trying to make the most of it. Thank you so much for taking time to speak.
And a year for you, my God. Well, I got to talk to you about your time on The Masked Singer, because you literally went from casual spinal surgeon to viral sensation to TV star. How does that transformation feel, especially in 2020?
This year has been a crazy year for all of us. And so, with what's been happening the past few months, it's just been even crazier. To be honest, I pinch myself every morning I wake up just because I can't really wrap my head around how the number of things that have happened in the past few months. It kind of started with a video that I posted on social media, and then just seeing the response and just, the feedback that I've gotten from coworkers that I've worked with, and just putting smiles on people's faces has been really, really cool, especially with all the craziness that's been going on.
What has your life been like since that viral moment? I mean, are you often recognized at work? Are you singing for someone to pass you the scalpel now? What's been happening?
I think the funnest part about all of this has been, because what I do on a day-to-day basis in surgery and at the hospital is very serious, and dealing with patient care, there's a lot of gravity to those conversations. But having these moments where you can share a song with someone, usually what happens is patients don't recognize me because I have a mask on, I have my hat on. Right. But it'll usually be like a nurse will say, "Oh, hey, Dr. Elvis is going to be your doctor today. Ask him to sing something for you." And it's kind of cool to go in, and I usually don't sing that much while at work because I'm focused. But it's cool to get patients to start singing songs, and it definitely makes people a little happier than they otherwise would be.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably a calming force when you're about to go into a pretty major surgery. I got to ask, though, was getting on Masked Singer a goal for you, or did it just take you by surprise? Had you watched the show before?
I'm a huge, huge fan of the show. Since the very first season, I've always watched it. I have a little brother and a little sister, and they love the show. When they initially reached out, when Fox initially reached out to have that as an opportunity, just with work, I knew that it'd be impossible for me to spend time away, but there was a pocket of time where we were able to make it work. And to be honest, I've never performed on stage before. I've never sang in front of people before. So I felt like a fish out of water, but it was an incredible once in a lifetime opportunity. And it was just a lot of fun.
I mean, you fit right in. You previously actually performed with Nicole Scherzinger earlier this year, and she was the only one who guessed it was you under the mask. Were you surprised that she recognized your voice?
I was very surprised. I think when some of the medical clues started to roll out, I thought Ken was gonna guess. Yeah. But Nicole, I think when I sang the last song, I think she picked up on a couple things. She's got a great, great ear, and she put together a lot of the clue packages. And I was definitely under the mask, and I was pretty shocked and pretty surprised.
Yeah, how could you not be? I mean, your voice has also been compared to the likes of John Legend, Usher, Taye Diggs, just casual few people. How does it feel to be compared to such incredible performers, and you're a friggin' doctor at the same time?
I mean, to be honest, it's all surreal. It's certainly humbling. I'm not a musician. I'm not a professional musician, and so here's some of those things where these are voices that I grew up listening to and idolizing. And so a lot of it has been just crazy. And I'm just waiting to wake up from this dream because it doesn't feel all real. But special and humbled are words that come to mind. But it's just been really, really neat.
You were the Serpent on the show, which is much scarier than your actual personality, Dr. Elvis. What was it like to perform on that stage in the outfit, and why the Serpent?
Yeah. So the Serpent, it's actually, as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is the perfect fit. So the medical symbol is the rod of Hermes and the two serpents that wrap around it. So I was like, this is like an in-your-face, cheeky kind of clue. And so that was really, really neat. Performing in that costume, it's about 40 to 50 pounds. It's about 105 degrees. And number one, I'm not a performer. I've never actually performed and sang. That was the first time I ever had that combination. So it was definitely one of the most difficult things that I did. And it's a lot easier. I think I'm a much better surgeon than I am a performer as a servant, but it was great, and it was a lot of fun.
I mean, maybe you can do surgery in that serpent costume just for fun, one time, something to think about. But,
I'll put that on the list.
Put it on the list. It could be interesting. Dr. Ken got emotional talking about your cover of Imagine and how it really got him and really the rest of the world through the pandemic. Do you often get that reaction from your video, or was that surprising to you?
It was very surprising, and I think standing there and hearing his words they were very moving. They were very touching because many of us have had to find things in our lives to get us through this difficult time. And I think more than anything, those words really don't apply to me. They apply to the hospital cafeteria worker. They apply to the nurse in the emergency department. I think it was an incredible opportunity that I had, and I'm happy that all of my colleagues were able to share in that moment because it's truly for them and for those who are on the front lines fighting for them. And to be honest, when he was speaking, I started to get emotional, but then I realized I had to sing one more song. So in my mind, I was like, Elvis, don't cry. I haven't cried since the late 90s. I'm not a huge crier. But at that moment, I was like, Elvis, hold your composure. Don't get too emotional. But it was definitely special and something I'll remember forever.
Yeah, you definitely held it together. Before I let you go, Dr. Elvis, you've been on The Masked Singer, you've been on Ellen, you've been on The View. What's next for you?
That's a great question. What's next? So I'm in my last few months of training for spine surgery. So I'm focusing everything on that. And next, beyond that, I've been writing some original music, and I'm hoping to release some original music here in the next few months. And if I could find a way to blend music and medicine and make people a little bit happier than they otherwise would be, that would be a dream come true to me. So hopefully I can do a little bit of both.
Well, Dr. Elvis, thank you so much for stopping by from your busy schedule and chatting with me today. You're absolutely incredible, and I hope to see more from you.
Thank you so much. Hope to see you on the way. Stay safe.
Thank you, guys. Don't miss The Masked Singer Wednesdays at 8/7 Central on Fox.